Leading up to it, I mean, I was just running everywhere. One, two. It did about 2 to 3 hours a day for about 3.5 weeks leading up to it, and then I went to New York, and then we started choreographing the fights, and still training through it. I mean, and then I was circuit training and dieting as well. So it was, you know, when it's work time, you know, and it worked pretty hard. Pretty much been in sports my whole life. I played college football for like a year, and I fancy myself an athlete. And I went into this gym, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be able to at least hold my own a little bit. And the first time we rolled, like, which is grappling, wrestling, and you just realize how much you do not know. Like, you know, when someone knows more than you, it's not about being an athlete. It's not about strength. It's not about, you know, how tough are you. It's you just don't know anything, and they do. And it was a real awakening of how helpless that you feel when someone knows more than you. And really, that's all martial arts is knowledge. We tried to do something a little different, like we wanted it to be a little bit of improv fighting, you know, where we have 2 beats right here where set to camera. So you have two really hard hits, and then you have to get over here to the B part of it, and where it's set up for another 2 hits. And however you got there was up for grabs, you know, and if I picked him up and slammed him over there, then that's how we're getting. If we fell down, that's how we're getting there. You know, it's like a real fight. You know, real fight, there's no choreography. Everything's just sort of figuring out. You don't know who's winning until one person's knocked out. It's kind of, you're in their hands, really. I mean, you know what you're doing, and you just keep having to do it until they get it. You know, until the camera got it there right, or we sold the angle, because in fighting it's all about camera angles. Like, you know, you have to be able to cross the plane where you know, and time it right, and it's dancing, really. I mean, and if you miss, the shot's messed up. You know, and you know, if you could do everything with the same intensity as you just did the take before, but if you're even a little bit cockeyed, like it's wrong, and you got to do it all over again. So it's a very, very fine science. The hardest thing about the fight scenes in general is keeping the emotion up. Like, you know, you can have 2 people beating the crap out of each other, but if you don't feel the real raw, like, rage or emotion in it, it's just not as effective. And keeping that up for 13 hours straight it's a task. It's a task. I had no more rage left at the end of this movie. I was done. Someone could have came up and punched me in the face in the street, and I'd have been like, all right, thanks.